Sony exclusives.
It's gonna be hard for you to tell, man.
I'm gonna see.
Reading this list, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm trying to just
you.
go through. There's going to be a lot of games.
Well, let's talk about Destiny while it's right there.
Yeah,
I'll bring that
go
up.
ahead for Destiny.
And Sony's emphasized third-party presence this year, so I think that's what we'll see more of.
So for Destiny, it's basically.
Wow. Looking at this list, there's just barely any.
Oh yeah, confirmed.
On the Uncharted 4, obviously, and Until Dawn.
Mm-hmm. No, trust me. There's going to be a lot of surprises.
I'm sure there will.
This year is going to be the year of the surprises for Sony, because they seem like they are completely fine in their mind. We are fine right now. That's how they think, and we're fine with just our No Man's Sky. And it's like, no, dude, you need more than just one game. That might not even be good.
So I'm gonna let you two go ahead for a little bit, and then I have something that needs to be there.
Oh yeah.
As far as
well, that's actually probably in mine.
Well, you know what it is. What mine is. So
wait,
don't mention it.
Yeah.
Before we start, the game was called Wild for Ubisoft.
Okay.
It was cool looking.
Good job for finding it out.
I just looked up Rayman creator Michel Ancel, I guess. I fucking probably butchered that pronunciation, but yeah.
All right.
It looked cool. Okay.
So yeah,
move on.
I know what Josh's topic is.
I have a Pelican case too, dude.
So we know what Josh is going to talk about, Steven, and me and you both talked about this already too, so we'll leave that for him.
Okay.
I'll just run through a couple of mine. I'll run through the ones that are obvious, and then I'm going to do a couple that are like out of nowhere. So obviously we're going to see Uncharted 4, and I think we might see an Uncharted HD collection as well to go along with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
They haven't really teased anything about it, but
No.
people want it.
There's a supposed leak.
If anything, they kept denying it, but
Yeah, they did. They did deny it for a while. But I think there was a leak.
I can see them doing it.
yeah, I've seen that.
And it'd be a good idea, honestly. Even though I hate it, it's a good idea.
I would buy it to go back and play.
I would
too.
not, but people would buy it. It would sell well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good, smart.
Maybe I'll buy it and then break it in half.
So another one that's obvious is No Man's Sky. They've been on a little break of media lately on No Man's Sky. They haven't really said anything over at Hello Games about it in a really, really long time. It's been months now. Sean Murray, the oh so cute, guy who always comes out at E3 and stuff.
Oh, so humble.
He's so humble, and he hasn't really said much lately on purpose. Like he put on Twitter, like I'm going on hibernation right now. Like,
Well, it's because they're probably coming down to it. They're trying to finish it up, put the finishing touches on, run it through Sony, get it approved and stuff like that.
Exactly. Another one that I think we're going to see is Persona 5. Obviously, it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
Did you forget about that?
Wow.
Well, there you go.
How could I
hope
forget
it gets
about
stage
Persona
presence.
5?
I'm debating if it will.
See,
because
it will.
of their third-party stuff.
No.
I think it will get something.
It will, and you know what it's going to get? It's going to get the exact same trailer we already received months ago, but in English. That's what we're going to get.
That'd be shitty, dude.
Are you even sure it's going to be on stage?
Yeah.
It's Persona is gaining more and more steam in the United States, but I don't know.
It still seems niche. I'd be surprised if there was like a 10-minute gameplay trailer. Or
There's going to be something.
Gameplay.
I don't know if it's going to be
There'll
new.
be something, I think. Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that Atlas would reveal something that the Japanese haven't seen yet at an American thing.
Right.
So I think we're going to see something that they've already shown off.
That's a good point. I forgot. I hope they come out and show.
I think it's going to get stage presence.
I don't think they're going to show any gameplay or different things. I agree with you about just showing the same trailer, but that'd be cool if it got stage presence.
Yeah, and like Steven said before, Atlas already has a couple of games that they said are going to be appearing.
Right, but plus, Persona 5 is going to be released on the console with a huge install base now too.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because it's PS3 and PS4 as well.
Right,
it's both. It was just PS3, and then at the end of the one trailer, PS5 showed up.
And people are not that there's a lot of games now, but people are still you know what I mean. They're looking for more and more games for PS4.
Another one that I think will be there that not a lot of people are talking about is the Ratchet and Clank reboot, and I believe it's going to be there because the movie will be coming out very soon.
Yeah.
And they also, the cast leaked for the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah, they could
Paul
show the movie,
Giamatti.
too.
They could. No, I think they're going to show a trailer for the movie, and I think they're going to.
Who's Paul Giamatti?
I don't know, dude. But he's in it.
What? Paul Giamatti?
Yeah.
You guys don't know who Paul Giamatti is?
No, I know who he is, but
I
I'm
was gonna
I'm
say.
curious of who
I was
he would
gonna
be.
say.
Sylvester
That's what I
Stallone's-
meant. Who is he? Like who would he be?
Stallone's
as
in
a
it too.
character?
Yeah.
So,
Alright. Well, that's interesting, but
so I think we're going to see the movie trailer, and we're going to see.
is the game related to the movie or no?
I think it's a reboot of the series, the game.
Okay.
Also, I think we're going to
Probably
see
fit for that.
Sly Cooper reboot.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
And the reason I think that is because there was a trailer shown for a Sly Cooper movie like months and months and months ago, and no one said anything about it.
Yeah.
So I think this is the year of Sony getting their old games and bringing them back, which leads me to one of my big ones that I think we're going to see, Crash Bandicoot. He's coming back this year, this E3. He's going to be there.
I'd have to probably disagree with that one.
Nope, he'll be there.
I think it'd be a good idea because I love Crash, but I don't think so.
We're going to see Ratchet, Sly, and Crash.
Why do you think about the Crash, though?
Because it's not going to be Spyro, because Spyro's off sucking off Skylanders.
Yeah, but why do you think any like that would come back at all? Like, what indication?
Because people want it.
Yeah?
Bad.
And? Sony doesn't care.
And I want it. That's why.
They don't care.
I know they don't care, but if they're going to bring back Ratchet and Sly, you got to bring back who've had games more recently than Crash. And people want fucking Crash, dude.
Yeah, Crash would be awesome.
But
here's what I think, Josh. I don't want to talk about it because I know it's your topic, but I think they're going to give the Vita some love, and we're going to see the newest Sly Cooper game, Vita exclusive. That's what I think.
No, they wouldn't do that.
I think they are, and that's what's going to make it.
No, they wouldn't do that because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Brett. They don't give a shit about the Vita.
I know.
They think it's a legacy console. This right here, this thing. Number one, again, everybody that doesn't have this, stop right now. Go out and buy one. They're cheaper now. There's like $180. Go buy it. You too. Every single person here, you too, Bloomer, go buy a Vita.
Anyway, I don't think maybe necessarily it'll be like Sly Cooper just by itself for Vita, but Sly Cooper's had some love on the Vita. Thieves in Time, I think, was the one.
It's a legacy console. I don't care.
I think they're going to reboot the Vita, and they're going to reboot Sly, and they're going to
reboot the Vita.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's a legacy console. I'm kidding.
Anyway, it might not be like its own game just for the Vita, but I think they're going to port it. I really do think.
It's interesting.
Besides the Crash rant that I had, I think we're going to see. You can quote me on this because this is almost fucking confirmed for me. Gravity Rush 2 and Gravity Rush 1 on PS4. Bet money. Let's go. How much?
None.
I thought I heard they were actually doing that, so that sounds plausible.
They showed like, wasn't there a trailer or something?
We
talked about this before, yeah.
We did.
But
that'd be cool because that was a cool looking game on Vita.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last Guardian, will be at Sony's conference this year. Baby! It's gonna be there.
I actually agree just for the hell of it.
It'll be there.
Yeah, I think it'll be there too.
It's been so long since they showed anything about The Last Guardian, but they're still talking about it.
Yeah.
So when are they gonna show it off?
Well,
it wasn't ready last year.
They're interested in it still.
Oh, they're interested because they're making it. And it's gonna be at E3 this year.
Yeah. I hope we don't have to wait till like TGS or something to get that. I think E3. It would be an awesome ending to their press conference if they did that.
They need to end it with something impressive.
You have some interesting thoughts, like Bert.
Dude, it's gonna end with either Crash or The Last Guardian. Because think about it. Last year, what they end with? Uncharted 4. That's really exciting. What are they gonna end with this year now?
But I also think, my prediction / part to the Sony, I think they're gonna show a new Vita design.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Since this one's a legacy console.
I think that's why he referred to it as a legacy console, because I think he slipped.
Maybe, but still, here's the thing. And Sony really, I fucking hate them for this. They don't talk about the Vita at all. They don't support it. They don't show commercials for it.
In America.
Well, yeah, in America. And that's why it sells like shit here. That's why there's only 100,000 or something, like a couple 100,000 units sold in the United States. Because they don't talk about it.
More than that?
Yeah, I think it's a little more than that.
Is it more?
It's a couple 100,000.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems really low.
It's like 600.
I'm actually shocked. That's crazy.
I can look it up real quick. But it really fucking pisses me off because it's a great system. Every game I play on it that's like for the Vita is just amazing. Persona 4 Golden, amazing.
That's the thing.
Playing Danganronpa now.
That's the thing,
amazing.
Though. It's like, it's really good, and it has really good games on it. But it's like none of the games are made just for the Vita. I mean, like, Persona 4 Golden is made just for the Vita, but it's still a port of Persona 4.
Yeah, it's a port of a PS2 game.
Exactly. Like, there's no love for just the Vita. And when you do, it's usually like an indie game that's actually, it blows you away. Like, I just played Murasaki Baby or whatever. It was a free PS Plus game for the Vita. It blew me away on how weird and, like, creative it was. But it's just an indie game. You know what I mean?
That's worldwide.
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to look up the number of units sold for the Vita.
Well, I think this is a topic of conversation on another podcast I listened to about the Vita's lack of success. Mm-hmm. And the opinion of one of the guys on it.
990,000 units sold.
Wow. It's under $1 million. That's crazy. I thought it would have been at least like $1 million or $2 million. Yeah, anyway, he thinks that a lot of people bought PSP to emulate the shit out of it and to play like any fucking game you wanted on it pretty much.
Yeah.
And they misread that and they locked the Vita, which business-wise is a smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they
You
release
don't
a
want
bunch
people
of
like breaking your console.
Yeah, they release a bunch of old PSP games now for the Vita.
Yeah, but like PSP could like emulate for like Super Nintendo and 64.
It could. It was like, if you hacked it, you could pretty much get any console
you pretty much
you
get
wanted.
anything. So
Portable.
Yeah. But I'm just...
That's sold the shit. That's sold a lot.
I really want... Number one, I think Sony should focus on games a lot like Microsoft does. Their conferences are usually longer than Microsoft's.
Yeah, they always seem to drag. They're good
a
lot of the time, but they always seem to drag. And I hope they don't talk about fucking Sony View at all or anything like that. Like the TV stuff.
Oh, yes.
Remember, it was weird because like that was Microsoft's like initial message, like, oh, we're gonna have the TV thing and all that, and then they dumped it and talked about games. Then it was last year when we still good.
We're good.
Okay. When Sony was like, they talked about like the movies and like, oh, we're gonna have these unique TV
Powers.
shows. Yeah, which I heard was like good, but like
It was good.
people didn't buy a PS4 to watch Powers.
No. But I like I was in the PlayStation View beta, and I'm actually thinking about buying it because
It's really overpriced.
I was gonna say it's expensive.
It's
$50
very
a month.
overpriced. I get a discount for being in the thing, but it's still not even worth it. But I think it's actually a good move for people that have a PlayStation 4 in their house,
But no cable.
Right, no cable. It's cheaper than cable is, and it works really well.
There's one downside about PlayStation View is that the cable companies get you because they lock you in. They're like, oh, well, the triple play is cheaper than just getting the internet, so you won't be able to get internet from PlayStation with PlayStation View. It's just the TV.
But for what it was, it worked well. I hope they don't talk about the PlayStation TV or any of that stuff too much. They're going to, but I hope they don't do it too much.
Well, here's the deal. I think that they're gonna the PlayStation TV flopped real bad, and I think what they're gonna do is the new PlayStation Vita model is essentially gonna be a PlayStation TV with a screen. I think it's gonna be a portable PlayStation Vita that you can also plug into your TV via HDMI, and if they're smart, it'll run off SD cards as well as PlayStation memory cards.
So it's NX, dude?
It's gonna be
I was just going to say.
It's PlayStation NX.
They got the idea from NX, which is still an amazing idea.
Yeah. Well, that's not confirmed yet.
That's our idea.
We'll get to Nintendo. Yeah.
I know.
It's a lot of people's idea.
But no, because remember, the original Vita had a port at the top that no one knew what it was for.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought it was for a peripheral that would make it so you could go to the TV with HDMI.
Yeah.
And it's like
That'd be
Sony, they were just like, oh, well, we're just going to make the PlayStation TV that does that instead. And they never fucking did it. And then they made the Slim and they got rid of the port. So, I think it's possible.
There.
Yeah, it's plausible that we're going to see a Vita with an HDMI port. I think.
Perhaps. They're also, as far as going back to their main game things, obviously they're probably going to devote a half hour to 45 minutes for hardware and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're going to see any kind of new redesign for the PlayStation or any kind of upgrade. They don't need to.
Maybe like a terabyte model hard drive.
Maybe, but it's selling so well. I mean, it's they don't even know. I don't even know how many. It's a lot.
Yeah. Now the hardware they will talk about, I bet, if I may, is Morpheus.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I think that's going to be huge. I think VR in general is going to have a big presence here, and I think we will see No Man's Sky as a Morpheus title at some point. It's going to have the compatibility. I think so too. That's my quote unquote crazy prediction.
No, Until Dawn would be actually cool.
Yeah, I was that too. Yeah. I was seeing I was on a fucking NeoGAF thread, and there were rumored games that'd be compatible for it. Dude, some of them were fucking awesome. One of them was that game, The Witness. Did you ever see that? It's like a first-person puzzle game. It's the guy who made Braid. So it's pretty much you're walking around this colorful world, and it seems pretty simple. You walk up to these different walls and shit, and there's this maze that you have to solve, and then once you do that, you progress to the next level. It's a lot like this other game, which is an indie game, which would be awesome. And Morpheus is Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, which I've heard news about that recently, that it's almost in beta. I think cool. So that could be out this year, and I think there's an indie reel, and we'll see that there. Yeah, I don't know how. I think the stage demo of VR would be interesting. I don't know how they could pull it off.
I think a price point and a release date would
be cool. We'll get that. I think there's going to be a lot of Morpheus,
I don't know.
Actually.
Do we know what stage of development it's in? Is it almost ready? Is it?
I think they said it'll be out early. Did they say early 2016?
I don't remember, but if you do remember, a few months back, they did unveil a redesign to the Project Morpheus. They changed the back.
Yeah, they changed the headband.
Yeah, so if they're still making...
I think that had positive reception when people put it on, and they felt it was comfortable. Didn't feel like it was really fucking
firmly
on
grasped
your face.
On your head.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, I think if they're still doing stuff like that,
It'll go on sale in 2016.
Okay. I think if they're still making changes like that, I think it might push back a little bit.
Yeah, 120 frames, dude.
That's what I just read.
Yeah.
I knew
that's what your fucking eyebrows went up.
Because of our eyes.
Well, yeah, but that's...
It's interesting to fathom like virtually.
Because I don't think
the graphics are that good.
I don't think Oculus is anywhere near that. Look it up.
Well, Oculus, you need a high-end PC.
Yeah.
The guy said you need to spend $1,500 to really get that experience.
Fuck that.
No, I'm pretty sure that the Oculus Rift is much more advanced than the Morpheus. Yeah. I would think so.
Yeah, but there was this op-ed on this website, GameIndustry.biz, and they think that Sony has the chance to like mass market VR because it'll be cheaper.
Oh yeah, they will.
I think it might be a $250 machine.
I think so too.
With all that, which is a lot, and I don't know if I'd buy it right away.
90.
Because I think for something like that, there has to be like a killer app.
Probably.
There has to be a killer app on that.
It ranges. Looks like the standard was 90.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about them being able to market VR better.
Yeah.
Because people don't want Oculus,
They don't have PCs.
Right. And it's not mass market for Oculus that could work, you know what I mean? I just think Sony has a better market to,
we already know games like that game Adrift is going to be a Morpheus compatible. Mm-hmm. That'll be out this summer as like a $20 downloadable game, but it will later get Morpheus compatibility. So, games that are really cool, I think. And
I think The Forest, the PC game right now, that might be compatible with the Morpheus.
Yeah.
DayZ.
It's fun to think about, like all these, cool looking worlds and stuff.
Project Arc.
VR.
I think it's called Project Arc, right?
Yeah.
That one game with the open world MMO.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Where you ride scorpions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of Morpheus, and I think we'll see a lot of third party too. I think Call of Duty might lead off their show, like Microsoft usually does.
Zombies.
Yeah. But also, I think the game that's going to get the biggest stage presence though is Uncharted 4. That's their biggest IP.
Yeah.
I think they're going to show gameplay on stage. There's already gameplay been released for it. It looks like shit, my opinion. But I think they'll definitely show it on.
I don't think it looks like shit, but yeah, they'll definitely be showing it. And they're
shit.
going to end with either Last Guardian or Crash Bandicoot. Brett Roberts, 2015. Quote me.
I did already.
Timestamp it.
Do you see before I put quotes, I started you and quote.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else about Sony?
I think we covered most of what they'll do, yeah.